What is going on, my fellow Remnant 2 gamers? It's D Werewolf Gaming back with another Remnant 2 video. Alright, I hope everybody has been doing well and staying safe. Guys, you know, the excitement is growing. Tuesday is coming. I really wish this DLC was coming out this weekend, but hey, in the end of the day, it will be Tuesday pretty soon, guys, and I will be able to jump in and grind for these new weapons. Leave a comment, let me know how excited you are about that as well. With that being said, guys, today's video will focus on the Forge Scatter Shotgun. This shotgun is really easy to obtain, guys. You don't have to be playing on Apocalypse or no other. You just can play this game on the basic difficulty, which is survival, I believe, and you will be able to obtain this shotgun. There are plenty of guys out here how to get it. It is an amazing shotgun, guys. Some of the drawbacks from it is the fact that it does have a slow reload speed, and also has a wide spread when it comes to shooting this gun. But this build today will help fix some of those problems, guys, to make this shotgun be very fun to use. With that being said, guys, I want to give a big thank you for everyone that continues to support me on the channel, especially those who always have something positive to say, guys. This channel is all about positivity, guys, playing video games, having fun, putting builds together. That is my goal on this channel, and I enjoy bringing this content to each and every one of you. All right, guys, and if you're new to this channel, you like the content, please feel free to give it a like, share, and subscribe. It does not cost a thing, guys, and it also helps me push my channel to other people who may enjoy this particular type of content on YouTube. With that being said, guys, we will fight one more boss, and then we'll go over the build breakdown shortly. Alright, so we basically coming up to the end of this boss fight, guys, and I do want to mention before I forget to say this, is that a lot of times, depending on the bosses, guys, I do change out some of my rings, or even maybe my amulets, or even relic, depending on the boss that I'm fighting. For example, this boss right here, guys, the Stonewarden, he does a lot. He moves very quickly, so sometimes I like to use the bisected ring, guys, that way I can have the infinite stamina. But the only downside in using that ring is that you will have increase in damage by 15%, so you have to make sure you be very careful when using that ring. Let's go over this build breakdown real quick. All right, I did use the Alchemist as the prime, guys. You get Spirited. Alchemist can basically have 3 additional concoctions buffs active in any given time, so that gives you a total of 4. All right, and I did choose the Vile Elixir of Life. Basically, you get Living Will, which grants 7.5 health regeneration per second and protects against fatal damage. And I did use the Hunter's Focus mainly, guys. For the focus, this basically reduces weapon spread, recoil, and sway by 50%, and grants 25% range and range weak spot damage. And you will basically apply a mark, which get increasing critical chance by 10%. Wear the armor you prefer, and I did use the Tranquil Heart Relic for the passive health regen of 2, and doubles all health regeneration upon use. I had 15% weak spot damage, 15% range critical damage, and minus 15 weapon spread. But if you didn't need this, guys, because you could have went for more damage, such as using the range damage shard, or even range increasing critical chance by 7.5% shard, because I did notice even without that spread, guys, this build does perform pretty good. All right, and I do want to say the Experimentalist perk is great as well. Whenever you use a relic, guys, it gives you a random buff, such as more health regen or more damage, guys. So make sure you're using your relics whenever you're fighting bosses that you can. All right, the Forge Scattergun is amazing. It's an incredible 12 grade shotgun with a wide spread, high damage, and slow reload. I did pair it with the abrasive rounds. This embeds it with bleed, guys, and dealing damage of 1,680. I did use the Slayer mutator to increase the damage whenever you reload by 25% and increase your reload speed by 15%. Now, fighting the Stonewarden, he is immune to bleed, guys. I did use the corrosive rounds. This embeds the ammunition with corrosive. Basically, you will get 15% increase in critical hit chance and dealing corrosive damage basically over a period of 20 seconds. All right, your melee weapon did not matter, guys. I did use the Spectral Blade. You basically get the Whirlwind. Performing a charged melee attack during a neutral dash actually creates a Whirlwind, which damages the enemies, guys. And I did use the Shocker Mutator. After 3 hits, it will apply shock to the enemies. And at level 10, it will also apply Overload. All right, the Nebula, guys, just so I can deal with the ads and keep constant damage on the bosses. It debuffs the bosses, allows you to do 10% more damage. I did pair this with the Feedback Mutator to generate 20% of single charge value as passive mod power, and at level 10 generate 15% of base damage dealt as mod power as well. But use whatever handgun works best for you in your gameplay. All right, Probability Core to increase critical damage by 20%. I did use the Braided Thorns ring to increase critical chance by 10%, guys. That's mainly in the open world. Now, when I was fighting bosses that you can dodge a lot with, I was using the Akari Reward Band. This you get increasing critical chance by 10% and critical damage by 10% whenever you get a perfect dodge. All right, Burden and Destroyer. This increases all damage by 15%, but you will lose ideal range by 35%. And this ring right here was great, guys. Very useful. The point focus ring reduces weapon spread and recoil by 30%. This basically allows you to use your ring almost like a your gun almost like a sniper rifle. And I did use the bisected ring. You gain infinite stamina. All damage received is increased by 15% though. So keep in mind you want to make sure you don't get hit whenever you do use this particular ring. All right, Zero Divide Amulet, guys. This amulet is great. You gain infinite ammo and increase in range damage by 15%, guys. I wanted more range damage on this build, so that was great. All right, if you look at my stats on the left, I had critical damage 70%, 55% range damage, 40% damage, 30% weak spot damage, had crit chance of 5%, range crit chance of 5% with 100% status effect. Now, whenever I was using the Braided Thorns ring, yeah, you will see, guys, I did have a crit chance of 15%. All right, and let's take a look at as you see, guys, I had a weapon spread of minus 95%, weapon recoil of minus 80, and weapon sway of 20, guys. And this allows me to basically use my shotgun almost like a sniper rifle, guys. You see how far back I am shooting the target. It's just great, guys. It basically makes it more compact. It reduces that spread to make it very compact, guys, so that way you can be able to land those shots from further off. And do a little demonstration right here so you can see. All right, so the tonics I did choose, guys, the first one was Xenoplasm. This reduces skill cooldown by 10%. Guys, I wanted to be able to get my skills back pretty quickly, but use whichever tonics work best for you. Dark Side increases health, stamina, and movement speed by 6.66%. Just great. Bottle Shade Berry increases mod generation by 10%. And Tranquility Front, guys, reduces reticle sway, spread, and gun recoil by 20%. That's how I was able to achieve that 95%. Reducing weapon spread. All right, potency comes automatically, increases consumer duration by 100%, comes automatically. Lone shot comes automatically on the 100, increases weapon range by 6 meters. All right, triage increases healing by 50%, 10 points in that, 10 points in regrowth to increase health regeneration by 1.5. I have 10 points in affliction to increase status effect duration by 100%. I had 10 points in gifted to increase skill duration by 30%. I did have right at 2 points in fortified, increase from armor effectiveness, 2 points in swiftness so I can move a little bit faster. I did have 10 points in expertise so I get my skills back faster, guys. I did have 10 points in handling, guys. This also reduces weapon spread, so great for that. 10 points in Shakara, guys, to increase mod duration by 30%. Now I only had 9 points in spirit to increase the mod generation by 18%. And I did have right at 5 points in vigor to increase max health by 15, guys, and 2 points in bark skin to reduce incoming damage by 2%. All right, guys. So if you like the build, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for your valuable time as always. D Werewolf out.